Independent testing expert Scott Smith is with us now from East Palestine. You saw him and some of his research in that piece. He tested the soil on the road right next to the train derailment. They call that ground zero. Scott, thank you. How do you reconcile your findings versus what the EPA is saying at this point?
Well, first of all, Marni, thanks for having me. They're really not at odds because the EPA stopped testing on April 14th. And they did not test the locations that we're testing on Taggart Street, close to where the train derailment was. So when the remediation really ramped up and the burn pits are excavated, dust gets thrown into the air and it deposits, and the dioxins and other chemicals attach to the dust. So so what we do is we test basically the soil to get a reading on what is being deposited. And that's what we do.
So you say you can't find what you don't look for. So if they're not testing currently, you're going to be meeting with members of the EPA later this afternoon, I understand. What will be your message?
Yeah, at 2 p.m., my message to the EPA will be, my offer remains open, side-by-side testing together for anybody to witness and try to get to the bottom of what is affecting these residents that are having symptoms. I want to make one other point. A lot of the EPA testing appears to be 6 inches below the surface where the dust is not going to go there. So again, the testing of mine versus EPA are not at odds. It's just different. You can't find what you don't look for. If you're going to go 6 inches beneath the surface, you can't find the dust below the surface.
And based on your conversations so far, where is the reluctancy to test differently for these areas?
I have the same question, and I don't think it's from the reluctance, and let there be no doubt about it. The people really calling all the shots here are the public relations firms and the lobbyists for the railroad, because if they weren't, those workers that are being exposed to the dust, they would have respirators and masks. You want to talk about mask mandates? There should be a mandate that if you're anywhere near the dust, especially these contract workers, you should have a respirator on.
And what are you hearing from the railroad and those who are there investigating what happened and looking for dioxins in the area? The investigation is ongoing. Cleanup is still underway. You're out there. What are you hearing?
I'm actually encouraged. I had my first meeting directly with railroad representatives, not agents of the railroad, not contractors. And the railroad appears to want to move forward with me and do side-by-side testing and work together. And I think the railroad, if they were to work with me, they'll realize they can understand people that are damaged and do the right thing, but they can also limit their liability if they do the kind of testing I'm doing, because the good news is you're going to know soil that's not compromised versus soil that is compromised.
You have a very personal stake and reason for getting involved in this, Scott. Talk more about your past and what led you to this passion to help the people of East Palestine.
Thanks for that question. June 28th in 2006, 17 years ago, I was my business and life as I knew it was wiped out in oil and chemical flood disaster in upstate New York. And that's when I learned that water testing was flawed, remediation was flawed, and I walked the streets and did what I had to do to restart the company. I had 100 employees, didn't know where they were going to get baby formula. I liquidated my entire life and put everything back in the business and rebuilt it. And then after what I learned about the flawed water testing, it became very passionate to be able to volunteer and be able to help and go into communities, because if I can help a few people in an affected disaster not have to go through the damages and strain that I personally went through, then that's a good thing.
Yep. And you're doing it because these people want answers. They're concerned about their health, their well-being, and the future of their families living in East Palestine. Scott Smith, thank you. I want to talk to you again after you meet with the EPA later this afternoon, so please come back, and appreciate the work you're doing.
Thanks very much, Marni. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.